Hi guys, it's Cassandra, and today I'm going to be unboxing my first box from Book Outlet and showing you a few of my TBRs. So I'm going to start with my box of books, and I cheated a little bit and I opened it already. I was just super excited. It was my first box. I actually didn't hear about Book Outlet until a few weeks ago. I don't know how I didn't hear about it, but I have ordered from them and I am super happy about it. It got here in 3 days, like that's super fast, and it was super cheap. The only thing I have to say is that they put that stupid little mark with a marker on the bottom of your book, and it just makes me so mad. But that's okay. It's worth it. So the first book I got, it's kind of embarrassment that I haven't read these yet, but it's okay, and that is Cinder from the Lunar Chronicles, and I'm pretty sure this is the first one. If it's not, I'm going to be a little bit upset, but I'm pretty sure it is. If you guys don't know what this is about, I can't really tell you much because I don't know, but it's Cinderella. But it is a futuristic Cinderella, and I'm super excited to read it. I love fairy tales. I love when they're not traditional, so I am stoked to read this book. The next one I got, I am sure you have all heard of as well, and that is To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han, and I love me some Jenny Han. I have 3 of her books. It's the Summer Where I Turned Pretty series, trilogy. I loved it so much, so cute. So I'm super excited to read this book. I don't know exactly what it's about. I'm pretty sure it's love letters to 5 boys that she has loved in the past. I've heard tons of great reviews on this book, and I thought that it was definitely worth a try. I've heard a lot about the cover too, and how it actually looks like they've written on it, and it's true. It does look like they've written right on your cover. So it's super cute, and I love the room that they pictured on here. I know that's kind of corny, like it's just the cover of a book, but I like it, and I think I will use that in my dorm room next year, maybe. The next one is one that I haven't heard as much about, but I'm sure that you guys know, and it is Entwined by Heather Dixon, and I know nothing about this book. I heard somebody talk about it, and I don't remember anything that they said, but when I bought this book, I knew I had to have it. I will link who talked about it in the down bar. I don't remember who it was, but it looks like the type of book I would like to read. It looks really pretty, and I know you cannot judge a book by its cover, but I'm pretty sure this is a good indicator that I'm going to like it. See, look, there's the stupid little mark. So annoying. And the next books, or book, I guess it's kind of one, that I got is the Vampire Academy series, the first 3 books. So that's Vampire Academy, Frostbite, and Shadowkiss, and it is by Rochelle Mead. I'm really bad at names. Anyway, I read Vampire Academy about a year ago. I got it from my public library and I loved it so much. I've watched the movie hundreds of times. Probably not actually, but you know what I'm saying. Loved it so much. So I figured I should finish the rest of the series, or more started, since I only read the first book. So I'm super excited, and this is super annoying. They ripped the packaging just so they could mark a little mark on my book, or the box of my books. Anyway, super excited. But yeah, so I'll read that soon. So that's all in my box. It was quite a little box, but that's okay. It was my first order, so definitely going to be ordering from here soon. I loved it, and it's definitely worth checking out if you want cheap books fast. At least it is in Canada. I don't know where you guys are, but it was really fast for me. Next, I'm going to go through my TBRs, and they're not necessarily new books or books that are even new to me. I've read one of them. I've started 2 of them, and they've all been on my shelf for quite some time now, but they're just books I've never really gotten to, and I definitely want to read these soon. So the first one, you guys have all heard, it's The Help by Catherine Stockett. I got this about 3 Christmases ago, I want to say. You guys all know the story. I've seen the movie a few times. I bawl like a baby every time, which is why I've been reluctant to read this book. I do not like crying when reading books, because I normally read before bed, and it just ruins my sleep for the night. So I really just need to suck back those tears and get this book read, because I feel like it's one of those books that you just need to read. So this is definitely on my books that I need to read soon list. So I'll be reading that. And the next one is one that I actually have only had for a few months, and that is If I Stay by Gail Foreman. I'm sure you guys also know the story. I don't know the specifics of it. I think she's in a coma, caught between life and death, it says here. I know it's sad as well, or I've heard it's sad, so I've been reluctant to read it as well. My sister got it for me for Christmas, and I'll be reading it soon. Once again, just gotta suck back the tears and read it, but it should be very good. The next one is another embarrassment. I can't believe I haven't read these books. I've read 3 of them, and that is The Immortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare. This is the 4th book, City of Fallen Angels. I started reading these books 2 years ago. I got them on my 16th birthday, and I loved them. They were very long for me, and it took me a while to get through the first 3, and my mom started reading them, and she passed me, so I needed to give her these books, and I haven't picked them up since. I'm pretty sure I started reading this already. I read the first bit, and it seems quite familiar, but I will be reading it shortly. I kind of feel embarrassed that I haven't read it, and my mom cracked the spines on all of the books that I lent her, but I will get over it eventually. It's just kind of disappointing. But anyway, super excited to read it. Kind of going off on a tangent here. And the next book, I haven't heard anybody talk about this, but then again, I don't watch that much YouTube, recently anyway, and that is Witch and Wizard by James Patterson and Gabrielle Charbonnet. I suck at names. So, I will tell you a little bit about this because I haven't heard much about it. It is about Wit and Wisty Allgood. They are brother and sister, and their parents have kept a secret from them. And basically they find out very quickly in a very harsh way. And the family is separated, they want to get back together, there's the fighting of a higher power, there's some magic involved, there's a little romance thrown in at the end of the series. I've read the first 3 books, and just super good. This is on my TBR list because my friend picked it up recently, and I picked up the 4th and 5th book. So I need to remember what happened. It is a children's book, you can see it's quite big font, and it is for children, but it's just so good. I remember tearing through these books in a weekend. I recommended it to my friend who picked it up because I remember loving it so much, but I need to remember what happened before I move on. Oh, this tower is getting tall. Don't want it to fall. And the last book I have to talk about is one that everybody knows, and that is The Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. That's a mouthful for me. I started this book 4 years ago. I never finished this book because I was naive and innocent, and it was way too much for me. A lot of it went over my head. A lot of it made me feel very sad because I didn't understand that it was just fiction and that these things didn't really happen. And that is something that little 14-year-old me did not quite get. Super excited to read it. I've heard loads and loads about it. I've watched the first episode of the TV series, just to kind of remember what it's about. I kind of probably ruined a bit of the book, but that is okay. So anyway, it's going to be quite the adventure to read this, and it's going to be quite the adventure to read the rest of the books in this series, but I will do it. But I will not watch the TV show. Can't see all that blood. I will show you one more book, and that is the book I'm currently reading, and that is Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. I've read this before, you guys have read this before. This is just a new copy that I just picked up, so I thought it would give it a second go around. It is so cute. It warms my heart. It is just the book I needed right now because I do not feel like reading anything sad. I'm only 36 pages in, and it's already just adorable, and I love it. And everybody should read it. It's so good. I'm sure you guys have heard endless praise for this book. But just in case you haven't, go read it right now. If you don't know what it's about, which I'm sure you do, it's this girl Anna, and she's sent to the School of America in Paris. Her dad's an author, and it's about her and a boy and falling in love and making friends, and it's just really good. And there's 2 books after this, Lola and the Boy Next Door, and Isla and the Happily Ever After, which I have not read, but when I do find cheap versions of those copies, the ones that match this one, I will read it. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe this video. It would mean a lot to me. I promise I will be posting many more videos, and one with a little bit more about me, because you guys know nothing about me. So I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!